Hey guys, welcome to another video on TJ's Tech, and as you can probably see from the spreadsheet, today we're going to be trying to build a PC that's less than 25,000. This is a budget that I like to call just above the sweet spot. Now for a PC of this price, you're definitely aiming for 1440p high gaming. This is going to be a pretty fun budget to work with because we can stretch our arms a little bit. Let's get to it. So I'm going to go on EveTech here, and we're going to be trying to get probably Ryzen 5 5600X, possibly even a Ryzen 7 5700X or 5700X 3D. So on EveTech here, we've got a 5600 non-X CPU. Performs almost the same as the 5600X, except the turbo clock and the base clock are slightly lower on the 5600. EveTech at the current moment does not have a 5600X, but here on Wootware we have a 5700X here for 4,349. We're just going to add that to our spreadsheet for the meantime. And now we're going to be trying to get a compatible motherboard. It's going to be either a B550 or a X570. So I'm looking at this Asus X570 motherboard with Wi-Fi costing 3,000. I like it because it has Wi-Fi, 2.5 gig Ethernet, has a sufficient enough amount of SATA port and one PCIe Gen 4 port. I'm just going to shortlist this one. Here we've got a white Asus ROG Strix B550A gaming motherboard. It looks like an absolutely beautiful motherboard. It doesn't have Wi-Fi as compared to the Asus one that we just saw. It's costing pretty much the same price. I'm sure you will be able to do a little bit of overclocking. If you're more into aesthetics, maybe I would recommend you take this one. If you're very cautious about the price you're going to spend on a motherboard, then here's a little bit of a cheaper motherboard. It's going to do everything you need it to do. It supports Ryzen 5000 out of the box. It's got 4 DIMM slots. Yeah, here it is. It's got PCIe 4. If you want to save your money, this would be a better option. I'm just going to go for the X570 Pro with Wi-Fi as well. So currently we're standing at 7,349 after adding our Asus TUF X570 motherboard. Right now I'm going to go for a CPU cooler next. And this is going to be an interesting category because we haven't done a CPU cooler in any of our previous videos. Any good quality 240mm AIO that we can find, or 280mm, we're going to go for it. So I'm just going to go for this Decool AIO here for 1,700 because it supports AM4 and any other socket that you want, even 1,700 if you decide to go for a 12th gen Intel CPU. Alright, so after adding our Decool AIO, our price jumped to 9,149. Ryzen thrives on high-speed memory, so the higher frequency of memory you can get, the better for the Ryzen platform. I'm currently looking at this 32GB kit of Corsair memory. It's 3200 MHz, 2 16GB sticks of memory. This is a really good deal, but if we can get a cheaper deal for the same frequency of memory, maybe we'll take that. Now we're going to go for storage. So we're going to go for at least a 1GB SSD.
1GB SSD.
I mean 1TB. Hopefully we can get one for a reasonable price. And by reasonable price, I mean around 1,500 or less. So we have been blessed by the storage gods, and currently I'm looking at a 1TB SSD with a 3,000 megabytes per second read speed, or about 1,400. And I don't think we're gonna do any better than that. So next up we're gonna be going for the GPU. And for the GPU, I'm hoping to get a RX 6700, maybe a 3060 Ti. If we can, maybe a 3070 or a 3070 Ti. For my absolute ballers out there, we have 3090 Ti's here for 60,000. Sheesh. Alright, so right off the bat, we got an incredible deal here for a RX 6800. I definitely might go for this one here. We're looking at like a little bit of 4K gaming, but mostly like high refresh rate, 1440p gaming. You can just check out the benchmarks, but I'll just show you guys quickly. 12,000. It's going for almost pretty much the same price as the 3060 Ti. So as you can see, performance is like all over prices are like all over the place, but quite obviously the 6800 is the better performing card than any of these other cards with pretty much almost the same price. And the 6800 XT is not even that much far from this one in terms of price. It's like 14,000. And this is 12,000. For 12,000, you're getting pretty much the same performance as the 3080 or better performance than the 3070 Ti, so I'm really surprised that it's the same price as the RTX 3060 Ti. Grab this as soon as you can. Prices might continue to drop, so if you want to wait, maybe wait, but I wouldn't guarantee that you'd see the same price. So in adding our XFX Speedster RX 6800, our price jumped to $24,849. Just in case some of you would rather have a NVIDIA card instead of a AMD card, I'll try to look for a 3070 and 3070 Ti and just show you guys the prices quickly. So I'm going to be going for this NZXT H510 Flow. We're going to need to buy some more fans because this only comes with, I think it's 1 or 2 fans. So in terms of power supply, we need a 750 watt power supply roundabout. So currently I'm looking at this Corsair 750 watt 80 plus bronze power supply. Unfortunately, it's non-modular. I'd recommend you get extension cables so you don't have to see all those unnecessary cables. Alright, so I had a quick look at the case again. We're gonna have to mount our AIO to the front. That would mean that we'd have to take this one fan and put it on top and mount the AIO to the front, which means we have 2 intake and 2 exhaust. So we actually don't need any fan. But if you would rather buy your own fan and have them be RGB, then that'd be cool as well. You can remove all these fans, use the fans that you buy. Alright, so we're currently standing at 27,734, so we need to cut down by about 2,700. I think the best way we can do that is get a cheaper AIO and then maybe get some cheaper RAM. I'm pretty sure we can get a cheaper X570 motherboard if we really want to. But that's the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. It took me a really long time to edit this one, so I'd appreciate it if you do. And you can also check out my other videos. They'll be on your screen right now.